Hello my friends, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're ready for another YouTube video from your old buddy, Dadcraft73. We're back here in the sky playing some 1.10 modded Minecraft. You know we're playing Regrowth. Oh my goodness, I love playing it so much. Now I would love it more if I could get a redwood tree to grow, but as we've already talked about, man, they don't work in 1.10 as of yet. So we got to find something to do there in the center of this big botanical dome. Oh, that's for sure. We got to figure something out. But, you know, I was just up here making some endo flames. You see what I got going on here, right? We've got some red petals and some brown petals and gray and a bucket and all those different things. So we've been doing a little bit of work up here, but I was thinking, you know, we really need to automate this thing. Of course we do. You know we got to take care of business here. If we're going to build stuff, we got to have it automated. So let's get rid of that for a second. Yep, got that back. Let's break a hole right here real quick. And we're going to put one of these guys down right here. You know, we're not even messing around in today's episode. I just thought about that. Man, we're jumping in and going to work. So we're going to put one of these mechanical users right like a so. Just like that, right? Perfect. And then we're going to bust out a little bit of this stuff here and make us a hole so we can get down in here. Do I have my hat on? Man, we got to put our hat on. It's dark. It's dark down here, that's for sure. Alright, so now we've been running these crazy wells around the outside because I think they look cool. So let's just put that guy back, right? There we go. Alright, let's take out this block. Hello. There we go. And then we're going to put in the other mechanical user that we have in our inventory right there, like so. Actually, that's not going to work, is it? So we're going to have to take this out, and I take this guy out, I guess. Do we have some dirt? Yeah, we do. Okay. Let's make ourselves a little dirt platform right here. Yeah, that's what we need to do. And then we'll slide back up through here, like so. And we'll put this guy facing up, and then we can put that well back in. Yeah. Bang. Okay. There we go. So here's how we're going to automate the filling of this petal apothecary. Because, you know, I don't necessarily need to automate the flower production piece of it. Because, you know, we're going to be using this for all kinds of different flowers. The biggest issue is getting it filled with water all the time. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to get that squared away so this thing is always filled with water. And we never have to mess around with it. I came up with this all by myself. I looked at a couple things. Didn't that sound like I was like 2 years old? I made this all by myself. Alright, so we're going to put this in here. We're going to put this water bucket. Oh, hey. No, we want to use item on block. Now we have ourselves like a water flood going on. Oh my goodness, how are we going to get rid of that? Get up here. Dang guy. Here, put that there for a second. There we go. Alright, so we're going to use this bucket that we have. We're going to set this thing to use item on block, right click, and we're going to say upper left slot only, always on. Okay, done. And this guy right here is also going to be set to use item on block, upper left slot, right click, always on. And then here's how amazing this little system is. All we have to do is stick a piece of conduit right there. Now you know how Ender IO conduits can do like two things, right? Two things at the same time. So I have a filter. Let's see which one. See, is it this one that we want? Yeah, okay. So this one right here, I want to extract empty buckets from. And we're going to say, we'll say extract on green, that's fine. And we're going to say always active. And then we're going to actually, so we want to change this thing to in and out, right? So extract is going to be on green, empty bucket, always active. Insert is going to be on blue, just like this, right? We don't care, it doesn't have to be anything. We're just going to say insert on blue, extract on green, right? Simple. And then if you look there, I don't know if you can see, you can kind of see this guy's got two color arrows on. I don't know if you can see, we'll be able to see it on this guy. Alright, so we look here, we're extracting or inserting on blue and extracting on green. So if we go over here, we want this guy, make sure, insert blue. Okay, so we want this guy to extract, we want it to be in and out, right? And we want it to extract on blue, and we're going to put this filter here, which I have already set up, and we're going to say, why don't this, oh, that's what we want to do, activate block with item. Oh man, we gotta do the same thing. There we go. Okay. So now we're gonna extract from this guy. Let's actually get this full bucket out of here so we can use it in our filter. We're gonna extract on blue with this filter, and we're gonna say extract a full bucket. And then we're gonna say insert on green. Right? Is that right? Insert on blue, extract on green. Yep. So that should now, if we put this in here, like so, this thing should extract. Make sure we have this thing extracted always on. There we go. Now that should work like a dream. Alright, I heard it just do it. So this guy should be full now. Alright, so now we can fill in our blocks back around. Let's get out of here and come down. Put that back. And then we'll get this living rock brick and stick it there. Okay, so now this thing's full, right? So if we walk over here, let's move some stuff out of our inventory. And let's get... Yep. So we got to do one of these, two of these, and then one of these. And see how it refills it automatically? And if we right click and go like that, now we can just... Yeah, that's how we do it around here, man. Automated for the win. There. So that was simple. So that little setup works like a dream. So essentially what we're doing is we're taking that empty bucket and we're saying use it on this well and get a full bucket, extract it, and then use it on this. And then when that bucket's empty, we pull it back and repeat that process. So it'll just cycle that one bucket around and around and around, essentially forever. Oh yeah. Look at that. Man, we're like 6 minutes into this episode and we've been already tearing up some stuff. That's how we do around here for sure. Now I'm going to go off camera here in a few minutes and make a whole bunch more of these guys. But before we do that, I want to fill up this guy with endo flames. And we'll just take the extra ones we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And stick them right over there. You can see that this mana pool's already full. Now my good buddy ZloYxp, if you don't know who that is, man, you should probably check him out. He's a good guy. He's been playing that SkyFactory. He's been building domes. He's trying to be like a Hill Dagcraft, but you know his domes are made out of rock and stuff. I don't know what he's got going on, but I like old ZloYxp. He's a good man. Anyway, so this thing is currently full, which I guess presents a little bit of a problem, but nothing too major. So what ZloYxp told me though is even though if you throw out like a single piece of coal there, like all of these endo flames like try to look like they're lighting up, but in reality they're not. Only one endo flame is actually using this item. So we have to make sure that we're pumping out enough where we can keep this thing full. And how endo flames work is you take the burn time divided by 2. So in this case coal is 800, and that's how many ticks that it'll burn for in an endo flame. So we know there's 20 ticks in a second, so a piece of coal will burn for 40 seconds. And we have, what was it, 15? So 15, we need 15 pieces of coal essentially delivered to this thing roughly every 40 seconds. And I found out that that's probably a little bit more than we actually need to have delivered. We need a little bit less than that, especially when this thing gets full. I think if it's pulling mana out of here, it's going to be fine. So what I did is I just put 5 pieces of sand in our hovering hourglass, and every 5 seconds it was kicking out a piece of coal. And then I came over here to look at something real quick, and I had a whole bunch of coal just sitting there. So that's a little bit of an issue, but not a huge problem. I'm actually not too worried about it. I mean, it's just coal. And then at some point, whenever we're actually, I think what we'll do is we'll just like put up like a lever or something on these guys and say, hey, don't run them all the time. And when we know we're getting ready to do some like heavy mana intense mana, actually, you know what I bet we could do? I bet we could run a comparator. What if the old vanilla comparator will come off there and we could run it around? Oh, I bet we might be able to do something like that. Let's mess around with that here in a little bit, maybe. Maybe we'll do that before the end of the episode. Maybe not. You know how we do. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. Let me go off camera. I need to get a couple more dispensers. I need to get a couple... Oh, hello. That was weird. Make 3 more of these hovering hourglasses and make all the endo flames, and we're going to get this thing fired up. And then we're going to come back, and we're actually going to make something on this runic altar that I've been thinking about making for a while. So let me get some of that stuff done. I'll be back with you in just a second. Alrighty, my friends, we are back. We're starting the process of automating the coal delivery to these endo flames, and I think I have a solution. I think it's going to work out okay. I'm not sure if I've got everything configured like we need to, but I really can't tell for sure. I think I do, but I might not. But we really can't tell for sure until we get one of these mana pools full. So let's go ahead and set up this guy, and I'll show you what I've been doing here. So first of all, we need to break out this block underneath of the... Oh, I need to get that block back, though. Hello? Can I get that? Okay. We're going to break out the block underneath the mana pool, and we've got these sticky comparators. And essentially all a sticky comparator is, you take a regular comparator and you add a slime ball to it, and it makes it so you can stick it on the wall, which is kind of cool. And then you do the same thing with redstone dust. You take a slime ball and you add it to a piece of redstone, and then you can, like, paste it. Nope, I gotta take that out. And you can paste it on, you know, like on upside down or on the sides of things and stuff like that. And each one of these pieces of redstone paste is the equivalent of one piece of redstone. So we need 16. I think we need 16. I've been thinking that maybe it's actually 15 that we need, but I guess we'll find out. So here's what I'm doing. I'm just running this redstone paste out like that, right? So the idea being is once it gets full, it should send out a full strength redstone signal, and then we can run it into this thing called a redstone receiver. So if we put this redstone receiver down, you can see, nope, not that, sorry, that's not right. We want to run it into a redstone transmitter. Alright, let's put that down. And you see that that guy's channel 4. So when you put these guys down, they all have a channel. Like this one's 3, and then 2, and then 1. And if you make a mistake and you want to change the channel, if you just put it back in your crafting grid, you know, just put it in there, it'll erase the channel. So that's how you get rid of it. So then we take our smart wrench and we click it and we turn it around, right? So you can see that the redstone signal is running into this little blue area. So that's like the input into this thing. Now, if we go outside, hopefully we can get back out of here. Good grief, this is like skating all around underneath the ground. Let's get our extra living rock brick that we have, and we're going to set that right there. And then we're going to put our redstone receiver down, like so, and we want to turn it so it faces that way. See, there's the output, the red. Okay, and this guy, oops, actually we need to do one thing really quick. Let's go back down here. And we need to take this receiver and you just click it on a transmitter, and now that guy is channel 4 as well. Okay, so let's head up out of here, and we're going to go over here and we're going to put this guy down like so, and then we're going to spin him. Okay, so he's facing that way. Now we have this redstone timer. We're going to set it down. We're going to set the delay on this thing to 100 ticks, and then we're going to rotate it like that. And theoretically, if this thing is set up properly, yep, every 5 seconds it's going to spit out a piece of coal, and then that coal is going to be picked up by the various endo flames. And the idea is, as soon as this mana pool gets 100% full, it should send out a full strength redstone signal to that transmitter, which will go to the receiver and which will deactivate the timer. So what that should do, if we've set up everything the way that we're supposed to, which I sort of think maybe we haven't, because we might need to cut it down one piece of redstone. But if that's the case, that's not a problem. It might be 15 signal. I guess we'll find out in just a few minutes. Whenever this guy's full. This one over here has been running for a while. If we take a look and see, if you click on it with your wand of the force, you can see. So it's a little over half full. So if we go down in here and look, you can see that the redstone signal, actually it's, oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is like a whole block. Oh, maybe that we might need to make some more. But I guess we'll know here in a minute if this thing's going to turn off. I don't think it's quite there yet. I don't think it's quite enough to actually enable this thing. So we're just going to let it ride for a little bit. But that's how we're going to manage... Oh, how do I get out of here? Good grief, there we go. That's how we're going to manage our mana situation. If we need to add some more redstone paste, that's not a problem. We can come up underneath there. And now we've got all of these guys doing their deal, right? So everybody should be pumping out coal. And I think you probably saw this when I was over there, but we just have an exporter from refined storage sitting right there with a piece of coal in it. That'll just keep those dispensers clear full of coal all the time. We should never have to come back and fill it up. Now, I need to go make some more living rock so I can make some more bricks. We need some more stairs so we can sort of finish these out. We want them to look like this right here with that stair on the side. then we need to fill in this little bit of dirt. I'm going to keep these holes open, though, until I'm done, and we make sure that we can go where we need to. So that's my plan. We have to make sure that this thing does what it's supposed to. That guy's coming up on half full. This guy is actually a little over half full, which is okay. I'm hoping that this thing will turn off whenever it receives a redstone signal. I guess we'll find out here shortly. You can also make a sticky repeater, same way, right? By taking a regular repeater. So we might need to do something like that, but we're going to let this ride for a little bit and see if we get enough of a signal to actually turn off this timer over here when this guy gets filled. So that's how we're going to do the coal piece. It's kind of cool. I'm down with that. I love it. Alright, so now we need to actually make our first item here on the runic altar. And let's take a look and see what we need. So what I want to do is I want to make a mana lens, and I want to make the velocity one. And what the velocity one is, it speeds up the rate that the mana spreader right there can transmit mana. It does it twice as fast. So it should be firing mana in there faster as long as these endo flames have some. So I don't know. We might be okay speed wise. But at some point we're gonna need those velocity lenses so we can increase our mana transmission rate. And we can also make some and put them on the front there. I don't think we need to. I just want to see if we can't add some right there. So to make these mana lens velocity, we need a mana lens, which is some mana steel around a glass pane or a piece of glass, however we want to do it. So we're going to do probably a mana lens around a glass pane. And then we need runes of air. So if you see what we need there, we need mana powder, we need mana steel ingot, we need carpet, a feather, and some string. And I think we have all of those things. Let's head over here and see. We need 4 of each. Let's go over there and take a look. Okay, do we have feathers? Yeah. Well, I know we have string. Do we have wool? Yeah, we have a little bit of wool. So let's go ahead and make a little bit of carpet. We need 6. We really need, we need 4. So, feather. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. And then to make mana powder, you just use gunpowder. So we can do that like that. And then to make mana steel, we actually have a bunch, but to make some, you just take an iron ingot and throw it in that mana pool. So we'll get all those pieces parts. Feels like I'm missing something. What is the rune? Rune of air, which is this one. String. Okay, so let's grab a couple pieces of string out of here. String. All right, done. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then do we have any living rock in here? Oh man, we have stacks on stacks. Okay, and we get 4 of these guys as well. Okay, and then let's get these out. Okay, and maybe we'll get those out. Okay, all right, let's head back over here. And man, you guys, some of you guys are for sure gonna know how to make runes and stuff and use the altar. But I'm going to show you how to do it in case maybe you don't know. If you don't know, now you know. Alright, first of all, let's go over here to one of these guys and make a bunch of mana steel. So you can throw a stack in there. It won't quite be able to make all of it, but that's okay. And then we'll go over here and we'll throw in a bunch of gunpowder. And we'll make a bunch of mana powder. There we go. Got a bunch of that. Okay, awesome. How's this guy doing? Is this the one that's actually like filling up? Let's take a look here and see. Yeah. Okay, so they're all doing good. Alright, so now we have all our pieces parts. So let's make some room on our bar. So we need to get rid of that. We need to get rid of that. We need to get our string down here. Yep, and then we need this. And then we need our wand. Okay, so let me show you how you do this. So all you do is you stand here in front of the runic altar and you just click the items on. And man, I love the way it looks. See how it's spinning around there, man? That's crazy cool. And then we just do one of each of these. And now you can see that it makes a loud noise. It starts pulling mana out of the mana pools via these mana spreaders, heading over here. And now you get these lightning things. And when you see that, it's time to throw a piece of living rock on there and click it with your wand. And bang. There we go. We actually get 2 runes of air. So we're only going to have to do this twice. So let's do it again, though. We go like that, and like that, and like that, and like that. And then you can pre-click that on there if you want to. Yeah. And as soon as it's done, which is pretty quick actually, we can click like that. Awesome. So we got our 2 runes of air. Oh yeah, man. Alright, let's move some stuff around here. Where's our crazy teleportation wand? Let's head back over to the workshop, and we will make these velocity mana lenses. So let's just dump all this stuff back in. We don't need, I don't know why, man, we have all these like random pieces, parts laying around here. I don't even know why we have some of this stuff. Well, actually I do. That's not true. I was messing around with some stuff. Okay, let's dump these guys in here. Alright, so let's make a mana lens. Mana lens. So we want to just make one of these guys. We actually need 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we'll dump those guys back in here. And now we're going to make this velocity deal, right? So we should be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have our velocity lenses. So if we go back over there, like that, okay. And then we should just be able to go up here to these guys just like so and click them on there. Just right click. Yep. There we go. So now it should, see, I mean, look, it's like it's going all crazy. I love that. So it should be dumping mana into that pool a little bit faster. I mean, I think that just means it's going to take whatever it makes. There is like an internal buffer inside these guys. You can see that it has like a little bit. See how it gets some in there? But it should be dumping it right away into the pool. I love that. Okay. So let's go like so. All right. Now the question is this guy going to stop? Let's go down here and see. Where's our signal? I don't think we have a full strength signal yet. See how it's like red over there, but not quite red? Let's just wait. We're going to have to wait until that thing gets filled up. So there we go. That's awesome. So we've done that. Now, I want to make one more thing, and I think we've got time in this episode. And we have to wait a little bit of time until that mana pool fills up to make sure that our timers kick off. But I want to make a ring of magnetism from Botania, which is this. So it's pretty easy. We need a mana lens magnetizing and some mana steel ingots. And this guy's just another one of those mana lens and a couple of odds and ends there. So we actually don't even need to use our runic altar anymore. Let's head over here and we'll make what we need. So ring of magnetization. Let's make this guy first. We have to make this. We should have the mana steel. We do. Now we can make this guy. Bang. And then we should be able to just knock out this ring of magnetization quick, fast, in a hurry. Just like that. Okay? Awesome. And now we also want, while we're here, we might as well make a band of mana as well. So we need a mana tablet. So that's a bunch of living rocks surrounded by a mana pearl or a mana diamond. And mana pearls are ender pearls thrown into the mana pool. And mana diamonds are diamonds in that mana pool. Just like we made the mana powder and the mana steel. Same deal. We should be able to make one of those. And then let's make this band of mana. We should just be able to go like that, right? Bang. Okay. These guys go in our ring slot, like so. Bang, bang. We don't need that guy. We'll go like that. Okay, now see, if you look here, we throw stuff down on the ground. Hello? Maybe we don't have any mana in them. Do we need to get some mana? Yeah, they're empty, I would assume. I think these guys need mana to actually run. So, here's what we do. We go back over here to our Botania area, and we can take this ring off, this mana ring, band of mana, and we can actually just throw it into a mana pool. Now, which one is the one that we're waiting to get full? That one. So we don't want to mess with that guy. I guess we can use this one here. So if you throw this mana guy, am I like picking up that coal? Oh, it is working. Look at my mana. My crazy ring is working like a dream. Yeah. Here, let's take this thing off a minute. That is one of the downsides of this whole setup there, is sometimes you don't want it to pick up items, and it will anyway, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Alright, now if we want to fill this mana ring, even though that we don't really have anything that uses mana, but for example, if we have like one of the wands, or maybe it's a staff of like one of these guys from Botania. Let me see, what's it called? Botania. Like, let's say down the road we want to make the Rod of the Plentiful Mana, right? So when we have this, it actually will use mana to be able to use, right? I'm pretty sure that's the way that those work. I know, for example, if we ever get to the point where we want to make some Terra Steel armor or some of these Terra Steel weapons, like here, these guys, for example, I mean, they're a pretty good piece of armor for sure. I love it. It's got a set bonus, 20% less mana cost. And if we make one of those, instead of taking durability damage, it'll use mana to fill it up. So I figured having a mana ring isn't a bad idea. And if you want to fill it up, you can just throw it in the mana pool. So if you get our deal out here, you can see that the mana pool is set up to say, right now, mana from tablets, or this ring, or whatever else contains mana, is going from the ring into the pool. But if you shift right click, you can turn it the other way, and you can see it makes all these crazy like lightning things. And what that means is this guy's getting filled. So we can let it ride there for a minute. This guy's still clicking along. How are we looking for mana? We're about 3/4 full. We'll have to see. I have a feeling that we have one too many pieces of redstone paste. So whenever these things stop, you can see that this guy's draining mana to fill up into that mana deal. And now it's essentially full, right? So we can just stick that guy back there. And as soon as we have any items that we need to be able to use with mana, we've got that. The other cool thing about this mana ring is it'll passively generate mana as we're just like running around doing our deal. Oh man, I love it. Alright, so I need to go off camera for a little bit. Hey man, don't be like throwing all that stuff at me. There, back up. Don't come over here. So I want to do one more thing, and I think we've got a little bit of time, and essentially I'm really just killing time. I'm going to go off camera in just a minute, I think. But there's one thing that I've been sort of meaning to do. Hello there, Lag Spike. I want to make a armor stand. Is this the only one? Maybe? I think so. It's pretty simple. What if we have all the pieces parts? We do. And then if you remember back in the day, helm, we had some of this blue crazy stuff. I think that's what it was, like Palace Crystal. I'm gonna get one of those, and then let me see. Let's look at this way. And we had pants. Or no, maybe we didn't have pants. Maybe we had a chest plate. Yeah, and then we had some iron gear. Do I still have it? Yeah, we had pants and boots. Remember, like back in the day, man, we were looking all blue and silver. I've been meaning to do this for a while. I'm gonna go up here now. If you remember correctly, this is the second floor of our house, man. We got to finish this off. I think maybe next episode, tomorrow's episode, we might do some work up here. But I've been thinking that I want to wanted to get this armor out of that deal there and set it up here somewhere. So maybe we can put it like right at the top of the landing. We don't really have a center though, do we? Maybe we can set it right here. I don't think that's going to cause us any trouble when we come up the stairs. Let's see. Nope, that's good. And then we can go ahead and just click these guys on here. I sort of think that wasn't quite our outfit. Maybe it was. There we go. So we just have, I just want to sort of commemorate the fact that this was our first like real pieces of armor there. You know, back in the day before we started to be all hardcore and having crazy Supremium armor. That's pretty awesome. I love that. So I just want to stick that up there, and we're going to do a lot more of that kind of stuff in the house. Little things that are sort of like memorable to us, I think. You know, I think we're going to try to store them up there in the house in different places. I think next time we're going to spend some time trying to get this roof finished and maybe do a little bit of interior decorating, because you know I'm professional at that. All right, let's head over here and see what we've got going on for our mana pools. No, stop. I don't. Yeah, this whole ring of magnetization is all well and good, but can we like deactivate it? I wonder if there's actually a control for Botania. I don't see one. Maybe you guys know if we can actually activate those rings or not. That would be pretty awesome if we could do that. Okay, so this thing's working. It's not full yet, but it's pretty dang close. Alright, I'll tell you what, let me go off camera for a while. I'm just going to hang around over here and let this mana pool fill up, and I'll bring you back and we'll just verify that it's all taken care of, and then we'll see if we can't end this episode. We'll see in just a second. Alrighty, my friends, we are back. I had to extend out a little bit more redstone paste. Actually, I didn't even have close to being enough. Well, I mean, it was close, but this is how much I have now. It's still kicking out coal, but you see that mana pool's almost full. I'll figure out how many I need, and then I'll change the rest of these. With 16 pieces, it gets to be about 3/4 of the way full, which is actually not too bad. But I'd like to get it as close as possible. I mean, I think if this gets me almost full, how many pieces that is what I'm going to use long term. But man, that thing is working so good. Man, check us out. We've automated the mana production. We made all these mana or endo flames, and we automated the filling up of water in our petal apothecary. Man, this was kind of like a, I don't know, like a me talking and figuring stuff out. What is that, like a talky kind of episode? Because we just been grinding out some automation, but that's okay. We figured out some stuff along the way. We used some brand new tools. Man, that's what it's all about for sure. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Hope you're having a good weekend. Until next time, please remember to be cool, don't be a fool, and from the SkyFactory, where we've automated our mana production and we're about ready to go botanically crazy. I guess we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.